Why won't my tanks empty correctly? Let's find out. Hey folks, welcome to the Down the Road Travel channel. My name is Will Van Winkle. The RV is getting a little bit older. It's going to need some repairs. So there's some tools that I'm using specifically for that. One of the problems that I had is a while back, the gray tank drained really slow. If it were the black tank, I would have immediately thought it's probably the poop pyramid, but it was the gray tank. Now, if you are not an RVer or you are new to RVing, a poop pyramid is exactly what it sounds like. It is a buildup of crap that falls when you are flushing your toilet, not using enough water. To avoid that, one, use a lot of water while you are flushing, and two, leave your black tanks closed until it is time to dump. And then when you are traveling, try to put a gallon or two of water in there, and that way that sloshes around and breaks that up. We've had LE for 3 or 4 years now. We have not had this problem. Before that, we had a little travel trailer. We haven't had this problem because I am using a lot of water and because I am making sure those tanks stay closed until they need to be opened. My first thought was kind of there's something clogging the vent pipe in the ceiling. I went up on the ceiling, pulled the cap off the pipe, and lo and behold, there is a very long wasp nest right there. And so I pulled that out, and then there was another little chunk further down that I couldn't quite reach. I got a stick and I fished that out. But it's draining better, but it's still not draining great. So I've got this endoscopic camera by JSE Industrial, and I got this off of Amazon. And we're going to hook this up, and we're going to see what I can do to see what's in there further down. Could be a grease buildup, but I have a feeling that it is probably that pipe is still clogged by wasp nests. The wasps are pretty bad out in our area. We're still living at the house at the moment, so you know we get that little issue. So I can install this on the computer. I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. There is an app that you need to download. I'm trying to put this on my PC, on my laptop, just because if I'm up on the roof and I want to look something up, I'm going to want my phone available because that's going to have obviously internet access, whereas my computer may not. So it will not put it on this. Well, that's great. I guess I got to do this on my phone. Now, it's not necessarily the best video quality, but it will work for my purposes. What I'm trying to do is stick this down that pipe to see what's blocking it, and then figure out how to pull it out. Comes with a couple of little adapters. It's got a micro USB adapter. It's got a lightning, whatever it's called, for iPhone. And then I think this is just some clips to hold it in place. Yeah, magnetic clip, a couple of little things like that. So, and then there's like a mirror here, so I guess that's if you're trying to look at things from an angle. So there's a couple little attachments here, pretty hard to see. Let me come over to the camera and show you those. All right, so it is mid-January, so I'm not too worried about wasps, and it's about 65 degrees, and we are expecting snow either in the early morning hours tomorrow or in the late evening hours. And that means the temperature is going to be dropping. So I'm going to get up on the roof of the RV and I'm going to check out this little endoscopic camera. All right, so I am up at the gray tank, and then here's my vent cap. Pull that off, and it's down the hole. I did find that this has got a little adjustable light on it, so that's a nice little thing to have. I'm going to be using that quite a bit. Well, I don't get it down in there far because of the bend in the pipe. Oh, there goes. Well, the camera died. Use that one time. All right, well, I'm not getting it far down in there because of the angle of the pipe and the curve there. And there's a little bit of a wasp nest right here, but not enough to cause it to back up like that. Or not back up, but drain as slow as it is. So there's probably some grease buildup in there. And I checked the black tank while I was up here, and nothing there at all. I can only make it down about a foot. So it's a decent little tool to have. A couple things that I wish the light was a little bit brighter on the camera. That way I could see a little bit better in some of those tight spaces. And I wish it had a focus feature. Now I'm just starting to play with the app, so maybe it does. I haven't found it yet. But for the most part, once you get into those close quarters like that, which is the whole point of having the endoscopic camera, it's a little hard to make stuff out. I was able to see that there's not a lot within, say about a foot worth of the pipe on the roof on the vent. There was a little bit of wasp nest material still there, but for the most part, what I saw within that foot was pretty clear. Like I said, it's really hard to make things out, just by the nature of the thing. You're in close quarters, and of course it's trying to focus on every little thing, and that just doesn't quite work out the way it should. So I think I'll hold on to it. So while I'm out here playing with this thing, I'm going to check out the back of the headlights, because I've been trying to change out the bulbs for quite some time and have not been able to get them off. It should be just push it in, twist it, pull it out. I can't get off, but I can't get back there to see. So I'm going to use this little camera to check that out. And, you know, just check underneath the slide toppers, make sure there's no bird nests or anything like that there. Okay, well, this is a Newmar. Newmar is notorious for the hood release breaking. So I get to crawl underneath the RV and disconnect or open the hood, pop the hood. All right, so now I'm trying to get back here and see what those look like. It's kind of hard to make out because you don't know if you're upside down or not. There we are. Well, there's a light. Keep wanting to move the phone, but I don't need to move the phone. I need to move the camera. Okay, there's a clip. Well, that's the light assembly. My finger. Can't really make out much with it. It's very difficult to see because you're moving around. You don't know up or down. So it's by no means the perfect camera. Definitely seems to be a little bit of a learning curve to it, because you got to figure out which end's up, and there's no real indication what end is up and what end is not. It is something that can be useful, from what I can tell, but it's a bit of a learning curve. So don't expect to be able to figure everything out right away. I really wish I could put this on my computer, but the app would not download to the computer. It will download to the tablet that I have, which I'm using for other things at the moment, so I didn't put it on there. And the larger screen may be helpful. The smaller screen on the phone makes it a little difficult to understand what you're looking at. But also because you're shaky. I mean, you're holding this thing and it's just on a cable. Now it's a pretty thick cable, so overall this will work. I'm glad to find out that within a foot of the pipe, I did not find any wasp nests. I did find a little piece of a wasp nest, and I think I knocked it out with the camera accidentally. So that problem solved. Now I have to go look in the gray tank from a different direction and see if I can figure out why it's not draining quickly. Thinking it's probably some sludge buildup, so I'm going to dump some Dawn and some borax in there the next time I take this out when it's not winterized, and see if we can get that cleared up. If you think this camera, endoscopic camera, is something that might be useful for you, I do have a link for that in the video description. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you all down the road.
Let's hit the road.